Lisa, and I'm here to speak up. It's time to speak up. Hello, everyone. My name is Bernice, and this is my podcast, Speak Up. Hope you guys are all having a great week so far. Shout out to my new listeners. The mission statement of this podcast is we'll use our voices to motivate people to overcome life's challenges through self-love and respect. So if you listen out there, this is the place for self-love and respect. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Before I get started, a quick shout out to my amazing sponsors. Shout out to My Bar, located at 720 East Manchester in Inglewood, California. Get your nails, your lashes, your hair done. Ask for mine. Tell them that SpeakUpJV sent you. The Instagram is at myy.bar. And also big shout out to the Event Wellness LLC. Book now with the Event Wellness LLC for massage therapy, non-invasive body contouring, and health and wellness events. Ask for Michelle. Book now at the Event Wellness. And Michelle also dropped a self-care journal, so please tap into that. Support a Black business today. I'm excited for tonight's episode. I have a very lovely guest tonight. You guys give it up for Giovanna Garnett. Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me today.
Yes, most definitely. Had to get the author and CEO in the building.
Thank you.
I'm excited for tonight's episode. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Giovanna, aka Gia. I am a program manager for the County of Los Angeles, a published author, as well as an owner and CEO of a clothing line called Marinated Goddess.
Oh, love it. So cute. I checked out the website. The outfits are cute.
Thank you. I have to bring you a dress.
Oh my God. I'm a dress person. Everyone knows that.
Just tell me which one you want. I'll drop it off.
Oh, y'all make some out some photos, y'all, and tag.
Yeah.
I'm about to provide her website as well for you guys. So y'all put y'all orders in. So yeah, tell us a little bit about your businesses.
So for Marinated Goddess actually started because I cook as well. So I have a cooking show on YouTube. It's called Sweet Treats with Gia. And then I was putting my cooking show on Instagram, and my friends were like, you should change your Instagram name. And I was like, to what? And then I thought about it and I was like, Marinated Goddess, because I'm a goddess and I've let my soul marinate. And I allowed that to dictate my clothing line, which officially became a brand August of this year. And I hope to see it become an umbrella corp where I have many other brands underneath it that all encompass the Marinated Goddess.
Oh my goodness. It's like you read my mind, because I was literally going to ask about the title of the brand. Love it.
Everything tastes better. Everything tastes better when you let it marinate.
When you let it marinate, right? You're like, I'm gonna put that out there. So yeah, the title really stood out to me. Your Instagram, I was like, ooh, like I had to check it all out. So how would you describe the style of your brand?
So my first collection, or I just did a few pieces, I designed myself, and the style was to make women feel beautiful, no matter their shape or size, just to feel sexy and like a goddess. So all of the dresses are named after goddesses, and each one has a different fabric. And I doubled the fabric because no lady likes cellulite showing, and we all have it, unless we're blessed enough not to. And so I was really intentional in what I chose for each lady, and my friends were amazing because they tried on the samples. I got to see like how it looked on a more bigger chest woman, or a woman with not a big chest but maybe a big butt, and just different shapes and sizes. And it was amazing, the process of birthing her. And now having her come into fruition is just, it feels like a blessing, honestly.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, you getting me right now. Like me being a woman with curves, a chest, all that, and just knowing, like you said, about the fabric. I never heard of that, the double fabric, and how you take your time for each piece. Oh, y'all, she getting me right now. I love that. And what got you into fashion?
So when I was in college, actually, I went to AIU for fashion design and marketing. I originally wanted to be a buyer at Nordstrom's. And so I went through the whole process. I've been an artist my whole life. So drawing was like second nature to me. And my mom was like, you should try to design clothes. And I started doing it, and I came out with a swimsuit collection when I was like 18 years old. And it kind of just has progressed since then. You know, I wanted a children's line after my daughter, but I didn't really bring it all the way through. And last year I was like, no, it's time.
You're like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about the brand you already have, because you can just expand from here.
Exactly. That's the hope.
Yes. Oh, love it. And in your opinion, what makes your brand stand out, like from other businesses that have dresses and, different type of fabric?
I think the love that is behind it. There is so much love in everything that I've made and what I will make. I'm very intentional about the process and picking the fabric and picking the colors and wanting it to reflect all women, but brown women skin in its best light. So the colors that I choose are reflective of that. The royal blue, I want women to look regal and amazing. And it took everything in me not to design a whole nother collection with yellow in it, because I don't have the yellow dress yet. And that's the only color I'm missing. But I just really wanted, from the colors to the fabric, it to speak to our essence.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, when I was checking out your website, I noticed the colors are very vibrant, and it's like, and then nothing like a vibrant color. Like my birthday just passed, I wore a bright orange, and it made me feel so like, ooh. So when I was looking through your line, I was like, ooh, she got all the colors. So love that.
Yeah.
All right, Charles, we're going to get into tonight's episode. Tonight's episode is titled Embrace. So we'll be talking about embracing your beauty, making yourself feel good, being comfortable in your skin, So I'm excited for tonight. So let's get into the Ask Up question. So y'all know how this goes. I'm going to have to ask for tonight. If you out there listening, please comment. I always go back and read the comments. I love to hear you guys' thoughts on the Ask Up. So tonight's Ask Up is, how do you make yourself feel beautiful? So this go for men too. Men, anybody. Like, how do you make yourself feel good? We'll say that. Just, whatever. Me personally, I make myself feel beautiful by, what's the word I'm gonna use? I'm taking pictures, actually. I love taking photos. Like, if y'all got me on IG, I post a lot, but they're for me. Like, that's my way. If I feeling myself, I'm gonna document that and feel good. That's just my way of like pumping myself up. And I love lipstick. I think that's another one for me. Like, I put a little lipstick on, a little lip gloss. I'm feeling myself. So what about you, girlie? How do you make yourself feel beautiful?
Dressing up.
Ooh. That's the one.
I make myself feel beautiful by getting dressed. And I like to sometimes pretend and be in character. So I may dress very like posh one day or really edgy the next day, but it just brings out like my inner beauty for me. It's fun. It's fun to play in makeup. It kind of takes you back to your inner child, to the younger years when we originally felt beautiful. So I honor that part of myself.
Before social media too. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Well, I think I'm blessed to have lived an existence more of my existence pre-social media than now.
Right. Oh yeah, I'll talk about social media a lot on this platform, but no, it's so true. And I want to say too, I remember the day I met you. I met her at a get together, and you was just fly up in there, like just spit out legs. So we ought to, make ourselves feel good. I love it. So you guys, what does it mean to embrace your beauty? I would say, in my opinion, I think it's accepting yourself for who you are, especially us as women. I feel like we go through, like, our bodies fluctuate, we change, as we get older, as we go through things in life, we're going to change, but really accepting who you are and making the most of it, or if there's an area where you feel like you can improve, taking the time and loving yourself enough to do whatever that is for yourself. So that's my opinion. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I was actually, yes. I was talking to my cousin just yesterday about how, as women, how we make ourselves feel beautiful, look beautiful, and as mothers, how that definition changes with each year, because I have 2 kids now. So it's loving my fupa, in a different way, and embracing it and accepting it and not like feeling embarrassed by it, and just that overall process. I think that as we grow and mature, the way that we love ourselves evolves. Yeah.
Thank you for that answer, because we have different types of listeners, so that was a beautiful answer. Y'all embracing all the stages, whatever that may be. Oh, that was a great answer. And let's talk about the importance of making yourself feel good. You know that saying, y'all, this life will knock you down if you let it. You got to know you are there for yourself, even when it does get hard. I mean, like I talk about self-talk in every single episode. I'm gonna bring it up for this one too. You have to speak life into yourself. I feel like that positive self-talk will impact you no matter what challenge you're going through. Even on those days your body ain't looking at right, you don't feel your best, your hair is not done, whatever that may be. You still have to give yourself your flowers and make yourself feel good. Uplift yourself on your challenging days. I feel like through our challenging days is when we actually need ourselves the most.
Exactly.
Most definitely. So, question: what's your favorite way to pump yourself up on your most challenging days?
So I have two ways.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I have an affirmation on my bathroom mirror that says, I am loved. I am worthy of love. I'm okay embracing love. Right. So that's on my shower, like on the mirror next to my shower. Every time I get in the shower, get out the shower, it's there. I see it. I say it. And then if I'm having a really tough day, I stand in the mirror naked. I read a book called The Warrior Goddess, and in that book she talks about embracing yourself in the mirror in the nude and just loving on yourself and looking at all of you and be like, I'm beautiful. And just really digging into it and being okay with it. And so that's how I make myself feel beautiful on the worst day.
This is great. Like, this topic is amazing right now. And I'm speaking on being naked. I love being naked. Like, I love like walking around the house naked and things like that. And I actually like myself better naked, if that makes sense, because it's like, you get to see yourself in the full. And there's articles about that, how people who like walk around naked, look at themselves naked, you actually have more confidence, builds your confidence. So I have to tap into that book. Yeah.
It does.
Studies on that. And and let's get into the importance of tapping into your own style. I think you actually feel the most beautiful when you are in your own style. Like, you ever see people try to dress like somebody else or like take someone else's look or style, and like the confidence ain't there. But it's something about wearing what you want to wear. Even if I see somebody wearing something I personally wouldn't wear, it's something about how they rock it, because it's like what they want to wear, if that makes sense.
It makes sense.
And embracing your own individuality. So I love that. So, and I love that you, with your brand, it sounds like you're embracing your individuality through your brand. So that's a way for you to put that out there.
Yes, exactly. And hope that other women who feel the way that I feel about their bodies, because in each dress, I've accentuated a different part of the body. So be it the breast in one and the upper back, the lower back just above your butt crack, which I think is the sexiest part of women. So just every dress has a different part of the body that it shows, so you're not necessarily showing it all, but you're showing enough to have someone look and be like, wow, she looks great.
Oh, like knowing like those parts. Like, I'm gonna show this today.
Yeah,
a little shoulder won't hurt.
Exactly.
Oh, that's amazing, y'all. Hope y'all like y'all tapping in. It is now time for the tweet up segment. So y'all know I like to be on Twitter, aka X, but I still call it Twitter. Something that I tweeted this week that goes with tonight's episode is self-esteem heals from within. So it goes back to what I was saying. We have to be able to pump ourselves up. Seeking that outside validation, that's not going to help what's going on up in here. Self-esteem is called self-esteem for a reason. So do those things to make yourself feel good. So, in your opinion, what do you think is the biggest cause of low self-esteem?
So, childhood trauma.
Oof, let's talk about it. Yeah.
I think that the way that we are loved by our parents, the experiences we have with them, shape the way that we view ourselves. And some, like for me, living in a household where my father was absent, and he kind of like would promise things and not follow through with them, caused traumas within self-esteem that I wasn't even aware of until I went to therapy. And then when I went to therapy, my therapist says those are abandonment issues. That's why anxiety came. And in that, once you like heal those areas, you're able to truly love yourself, because you're able to understand what you need. So not just from the outside world, what you need. when to like calm down, take a moment, or just appreciate and love on yourself.
Oh, this answer, beautiful answer, by the way.
Thank
No,
you.
I agree with you on that about the childhood trauma and things like that. Because let's be real. How many things have we had to rewire in our adult years
Yeah.
that were told to us? Even like going to school, like being in elementary and middle school, kids are mean. Like, I'm sorry, like some of the stuff being teased, that could be trauma. A teacher treating you a certain way. I remember I went to BeautyCon one year and Megan Thee Stallion was there. And she spoke about, someone asked her, like, where did she get her confidence from? And she said, she was real close with her mom and grandma. And she said, no one could tell me shit. She was like, my mom and grandma always told me I was beautiful as a kid. So like, she said that followed her as an adult. And I remember that. And I think of my youth, like certain things that were told to me, like in a negative way, that stuck to me as an adult, like that's subconscious, So I feel you on that, having to heal those inner wounds.
Yeah.
For it to come out. So, oh, great, Ann. Thank you for sharing, by the way.
You.
And I want to remind y'all too, building your self-esteem is an everyday process. It's never like, oh, I'm here and that's it. We're always going to have moments where, it might drop. They say healing is linear. So let's just go with the roller coaster of whatever that may be.
It is 100%.
Every day, right? Whew, man, it is now time for our Life Up segment. So to the Life Up segment is when I take the episode and I relate it to an issue in today's world, the social issue. So tonight's Life Up is multiples. Seeking outside validation to feel beautiful, comparing our unique features to others, and negative self-talk when it comes to our body features. So, these are big ones. I feel like we were talking about social media earlier, and I think that's a big deal where, like, especially for the generations like way under us, that they're really in it, where I feel like every little thing is like, I need an outside opinion. And then comparing our unique features, I feel like we're all beautiful in our own way. I think the things that make us different make us beautiful, honestly. Yep. And it's like, I could be looking at someone's hair like, I wish I had this type of hair. But then they're probably looking at my hair. I wish I had her curly hair. So it's like, we all masterpieces out here.
Yes, we are.
And the negative self-talk when it comes to our body features. I love that you brought up the fupa example and things like that. Like still loving even when our body changes, like the stretch marks, like the cellulite, all those things.
Yeah.
So how do we fix this? Y'all, let's love ourselves. Let's start from within. Let's stop comparing ourselves to others and let's embrace our body.
100% embrace your body. I'm here for that. For me, embracing my body was like a roller coaster, because you've seen me in person and I'm very curvy and thank you. But for a while, I didn't love that part of me because no one looked like me. And now everyone has bought my body. And so then it's a shock, because I'm like, if you would have knew what I went through 10 years ago and buying clothes or going on modeling auditions and being turned down for having, and those little things, having to work through that was immensely powerful. And it took a while to like get through the programming. I cut myself off from social media for a while because we do have a tendency to compare our bodies to others. And then just recently I was reflecting on, I was like, should I go get Botox? And then I thought about it and I was like, why? I'm 41. I'll be 42 this year.
Like what? Like, yeah.
Like, what am I trying to avoid? Like, by the time I'm 60, I think I'll be okay. So it's just those things, because obviously Botox and all those things are on social media right now. Facelifts, the string thing, like they're really amplifying outward beauty. And I really think sometimes it's important. That's why I love your show, is because you're giving women the outlet to know that you're okay how you are. And everybody doesn't need the same face. But if you want the same face, go for it. But you're okay just the way you are. I think that's beautiful that you give women the outlet to see that, to see in real life that we all are going through it in life and we're getting through it.
In different ways. And I think it's a matter of like, why do you want that done? I think if we get deep rooted with those questions too, it helps us.
Oh, it definitely does. Yeah, for sure.
And this is a petty one, but I'm gonna be real. It's hard for me to wear my glasses in public. Like I've been wearing glasses since kindergarten. Yeah. And I work, you met me, I had contacts on. And that's that's one thing but I'm learning to, okay, let me wear this on this show and embrace that. You know, I know some people are like, oh, it's just glasses, but when you've been wearing this as a child, getting teased for them, it's hard to, but I've been making myself so I can embrace that part of me as well. So I feel you on that.
Glasses are sexy.
Right? And
I love my glasses
all the time. And I'm like, when you're a kid, it's like, oh, you have to wear them,
You ever look down at somebody through your glasses?
Right. Bro, I'm gonna start telling myself my glasses are sexy. I'm gonna start yelling at you.
They are. I pair outfits with my glasses. I'll put my glasses. I don't have mine on because of the ring light, but
I look amazing on you. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I like them on other people.
Exactly.
Oh, see, we're all works in progress here. But again, you're right. Like, I love how this is a space we can talk about those things, because we all got something mentally, something we're telling ourselves,
Exactly.
to work through. So, what is your favorite thing about the fashion industry?
Individuality and creativity.
Ooh, great answer.
I think that no fashion is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Art Basel this past year in December, and I went to a show where the collection wasn't anything that I would wear, but I wasn't going to be like, oh, these are ugly. It was just like, these aren't my type of fashions. They're fashions for someone, though. And I feel like that's the way fashion is. It can cater to anybody and anything. And I love that it's a creative outlet for people to just let their soul fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's married to music as well.
Yeah.
Fashion and music are like married.
Two beautiful things put together. Then when you get it both, woo.
Yeah.
I love that. Great answer, by the way. I was curious. I love asking questions like that. It is now time for the drink up section. So if you're listening out there, please pull out some water and drink some water. And I have a drink up water fact for tonight. Water is a great mouth cleaner because it washes away leftover food and residue that cavity-causing bacteria love to eat, according to dentistry.com. So drink some water. I know y'all out there eating. Please make sure you drink water before and after every meal. Look, stay hydrated. The sun coming out, and have your water. I have to remind everybody. So that was the water fact for tonight. Yes. So yeah, what is your least favorite thing about the fashion industry?
The clicks.
Ooh, I want to hear about the clicks. What's the clicks?
The fashion industry can be kind of cliquish. Especially to newcomers or even the consumers towards newcomers. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? How my site has had thousands and thousands of people view it.
Okay.
And then not buy anything. And it makes me sad a little bit, but I know that if I was a part of a fashion clique, then I would have people, consuming, buying things, or just a part of a certain group of people. But definitely, I feel like there are cliques of people, and I'm just hoping that I meet my village of fashion designers, and that we can rock out together as fashion designers and stylists, because the stylists help you as well. Yeah.
And I think that takes away from the quality of the fashion, because let's be real, we've seen people blow up and it was just like a simple look, let's say, whatever, or they didn't put a lot into it, but you're right, because of who they know or the click of it, it has helped them. Except versus like a smaller business that probably puts all of best all the stuff, and then it's like, oh, because they're not this.
Exactly. We have to grind a little harder as newcomers, where there is an area of fashion influencers who were influencers, became fashion designers, maybe didn't go to school for it, maybe sourced their designs, and they have a larger pool than just the people who went to school for it and are just starting it from the ground up. It's a little bit different. So our fight is harder, but I feel like, once someone actually gets into one of my dresses or feels the fabric, then they're like, oh, like, this is dope. Like, and I'm like, I tried to tell you, just to get it through. So I feel like that's the part of the fashion industry that I don't like, is that the newcomers don't have a wide enough space. But I get it. It's that way for every industry, like in entertainment and music. You know, obviously it's hard for the newbies, but then you kind of work your way up.
Yeah, and girl, I'm right. All I was gonna take is that one customer. You never
Exactly.
know. That dress, like, look where I got this from. Bam. So,
Exactly.
and them orders gonna click in. I love it. Oh, yes. So it is now time for the Poet Up segment. See, I know I like to write poetry. Like, I'm doing this to keep myself accountable to writing. So I'm gonna share a quote or two for one of my poems. This one's called Palm Tree. So I hope you guys enjoy. You stand as strong as a palm tree, not scared to be in the light, not scared of the wind that comes from challenges eager to blow you away. You learn from each scar and you grow through them. So that was my poet up segment for this week. You know, I had to put a little more motivation for tonight's episode. And I want to say thank you. And going off of the Poet Up segment, give yourself your flowers. I think sometimes we sit around, we wait for others, right? For their validation, for someone else to tell you you look good or congratulations. Tell yourself that every day. Treat yourself how you want people to treat you, really. Even if it comes to romance. Treat yourself how you want your romantic partner to treat you. All that. Your friends to treat you. More you do that, you're actually going to attract that. You're going to feel better and not be in that midst seeking it. You know, I've been in those spaces where I was seeking other people's validation or their congratulations or this, and this, when I could have gave it to myself and actually felt better from it, if that makes sense. So it's nothing like the love you give yourself. I want to say that. It is now time for the show up segment. If I can find the button. Ooh, so how did I show up? Oh, the show up segment. So how did I show up for myself this week? Ooh. Y'all, I ran 18 miles yesterday. I'm going to throw that in there. That's how I showed up for myself this week. It was hard, but I pushed myself through it, talked to myself, gave myself positive self-talk through it. So that's how I think I showed up for myself this week. But how about you? How did you show up for yourself this week?
I showed up for myself this week by taking the time to organize my closet.
That's the one. Yes.
Because I was looking, because you know us ladies, we can have clothes everywhere. And I was like, if my room is a depiction of how I feel on the inside, this is not an accurate depiction. So let me get up and be present in this cleaning up. And I hung all my clothes up, color coded them, and just got it together. But that's how I showed up for myself. So I unlazied myself.
That was a great answer, because it's nothing like cleaning your space and you just feel so good after. And it's like, oh my goodness, that was a good one. And if you're listening, please, how did you show up for yourself this week? We would love to know. Because there's many ways to show up for yourself. And I always like to ask all my guests a fun question. So your fun question for tonight is, what's your favorite go-to dress style?
Ooh. Oh, that's so hard, because I dress based on my mood.
I love that.
So my favorite go-to, can I give you two?
Yeah, we'll take it.
So my favorite go-to dress style when I go to work is more of like 1950s pinup.
Ooh, okay.
I would honestly say that the pinup dress style is my go-to dress style. I adore creating silhouettes with my body. And I feel like once you love yourself and you know yourself, it looks great on me. And I love it. So give me a pencil skirt with a cute top, or however, I have dresses with ruffles on the sleeve and the collar. Like, I just like I said, I like getting dressed. So pinup style dresses are my favorite.
I love it. Okay. I love how you described it too. Such a fashionista. Like, love it, y'all. It is now time for the wrap-up segment. So how does this relate to self-love? Self-love is loving yourself enough to embrace you, to embrace your beauty, embrace your individuality, even on your work, on your most challenging days. So how do you practice self-love?
How do I practice self-love? I practice self-love, like I told you, talking directly to myself in the mirror, honoring my inner voice, and just like really being in tune with it. Honoring when I feel triggered, when I am deregulated, and saying, wait, something's bothering me emotionally, like feeling the emotion and tapping into it. So I guess how I live in that and practice self-love is like a multi-fold thing, because it's not just one thing. I just really am in tune with who I am. And I know when I need rest, I listen. I
Mm.
know when I need to not drink. I know, like, just learning me and what I require on a day to day and speaking up for myself. A lot of self love to me has to do with advocating for yourself and your boundaries with your family, with your friends, with the people that you are in relationship with, whatever capacity. Advocating for what you need for yourself is huge for me.
Hmm. Ooh, that episode goes with this whole theme of this podcast. I mean, the episode period ever. Oh my goodness. Whoa, well said. I'm gonna snap to that one. And this is a question I like to ask all my guests. What do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for my heart. Yeah, that's what I want to be remembered for. That I lead with that, and the rest follows. The rest is great, but how giving you are with your unconditional love can leave a legacy behind you. People remember you forever. So
Yeah, and my best friend Jen, she used to co-host the show with me. She always say, "People always remember how you make them feel." So I feel like your answer definitely reminded me of that. I guess. Oh, so shout out to the good hearts out there. Let's keep
yes.
and remember, you guys, be kind to yourself. Life is lifing, okay? And we're gonna be kind to ourselves through each twist and turn that it takes us. Be mindful of the joyful moments, and also take the time to make yourself feel good. So yeah, sometimes you got to probably take a good chunk of time out your day to make yourself do that. Whether it's something simple or something huge, just do that. Before we go, can you please shout out your information? Where can people find you? Where can people buy your clothes? Like, yeah, shout it all out.
So you can find my clothes on marinatedgoddess.com. You can follow me on Instagram at marinatedgoddess. You can watch my cooking videos. They're vegan cooking videos called Sweet and Savory Treats on YouTube. And you can find my book on Amazon. I think it may even be free if you have a Kindle. It's called Securing and Keeping the Job. It's geared towards people newly entering the workforce.
Oh my good. Look, it's a boss woman right here. Okay. Okay, yes, I love it. Make sure you guys tap in. I will tag her information on the post as well. Before I go, y'all, appreciate y'all tapping in to this episode. This was a great topic. Please share and like. I'll be back with another episode every Thursdays 8:30 p.m. Y'all know where to find me. Also have a giveaway coming soon, so please stay tuned. But before I go, a quick shout out to my amazing sponsors. Shout out to My Bar, located at 720 East Manchester, Inglewood, California. Get your nails, your lashes, your hair done. Ask for mine. Tell them that SpeakUpJV sent you. The Instagram is at nyy.bar. And also shout out to the Event Wellness LLC. Book it out with the Event Wellness LLC for massage therapy, non-invasive body contouring, and health and wellness events. Ask for Michelle. Book now at the Event Wellness. I love you guys. Make sure y'all tap in. Have a good one.
Bye. Thank you.